Hey everyone, it is day 15, so I am here with another layout for Load. And today I am choosing the adventure, which was basically a recipe of what to use on your layout. So the recipe includes one large photo, one piece of solid cardstock, 3 pieces of pattern paper, a one-word title, and a fussy cut element. So I had been saving this large photo, the one that says, "Have you seen these witches?" This is one of those ones that you can get taken at the studio and then you buy, obviously. So I decided this was the day to pull it out and make a layout, and I grabbed a piece of cream cardstock because the photo has a sort of vintage feel to it. And then I have just dumped out my entire bin of paper scraps onto my desk, and I am flipping through them, and I'm pulling out any colors that inspire me. I'm pulling out bits that have elements that I can fussy cut, and then obviously I am looking for many different patterned papers. I don't really have a plan for the layout at this point, so this process really helps me develop my plan. As I am flipping through things, I can I give myself options, basically. Okay, so I've trimmed off the branding strip, and now I'm adding some mist to the back. That is a Studio Calico in dark calico. It's I think it's actually like a navy color, but it comes across as black, which I felt was appropriate for the photo. I didn't want to give it, glittery mist sprinkles. I felt it was more appropriate to go dark. So now I'm still not sure what direction I'm taking. So you will see me, I cut out a half circle of that star paper, and then I punched some circles thinking that I could use them somehow on a design. I eventually abandoned that idea. So I have all those set to one side, and I'm sure they will come in handy for another layout, but if this is all part of my process, I have to play with all the papers and put them beside each other and see how they relate to one another. And then as I play, the design sort of magically appears to me, I guess you could say. So I decided to back it with that light blue star pattern. You can't really tell that it's stars. I just wanted a frame around the photo, nothing super big though. And I really wanted to pull in that newsprint pattern paper because I thought it worked with the photos. But in the end, I just couldn't find a way to make it work. Well, no, that's not true. In the end, the papers that I gravitated towards led me down a different direction. So that's the truth of it. So I have this turquoise tealy camera print in both the 6x6 and the 12x12 scale. And I end up going with the 6x6. I like the smaller pattern. And then I also have that diagonal striped paper that was from a 6x6 pad. And I like them. That diagonal stripe was already cut in two. So I cut the camera paper in two. And I like having them on either side. Gives it a nice frame. But it needs a grounding element. So I was looking for something, and I auditioned that yellow. It's a Studio Calico print. It's a bunch of yellow tickets, but it wasn't dark enough. It didn't ground it well enough. So then I found that pink paper from the Glitter Girl collection. It's got hot pink polka dots on it, and I'm much happier with that. So now my design is starting to come together. And it really helped bringing back my 12x12 because working on that newsprint paper, it was a little bit distracting, but now that I have my actual background in place, it helps me figure out how I want the rest of it to look. So now I'm just lining up my papers. Doing it this way, it cheats the eye into thinking that those patterns actually go the entire way across. So unless you watch the process video like you are right now, you'd never know. You would just think that I had 2 strips of pattern paper that went all the way across the page. Well, 3 actually, because the pink at the bottom. And then I am using that strip of circles that I cut as a guide to keep everything straight. And the polka dots on the pink paper help as well, because they're in a straight line, so I can line them all up pretty easily. And now I have tried to put this particular journaling card on several different layouts, and it hasn't worked. And this time I was determined to make it work. And I quite liked the idea of cutting those hot pink corners out to frame my layout, or my photo, sorry. But the arrow was was hiding the H in the first word there. So I thought I could maybe half cut it out and tuck it around, and I realized that no, I just needed to cut it out completely. And I pop it up on pop dots and move it over a little bit. And I'm so much happier with that. So then I just cut the bottom pink corner as well and get that in place. I thought maybe at the time that I would use that journaling card for my actual journaling, but I kind of forgot about it. So it doesn't make it onto the layout, but it's handy for another layout. So now I have pulled all these different fussy cut pieces out of my scrap bin. So I've got those expecto patronum sort of flags, I guess you could call them, that I had stamped a few days ago. And I've layered 3 together. And then I have that giant number 3 that I fussy cut a few days ago. And I like that because there's 3 of us in the photo. And then I'm trying to pull out more yellow. There's that one yellow stripe in the pattern paper, and I really like that. So I want to use that as an accent color. And I had in my bin that yellow tag and then a yellow square from one of Chamel's pattern papers that has all these boxes of different colors and patterns. So now it's just a matter of layering them all together. And I have no idea how they're going to go together, but I figure I might as well ink them all and get them all ready. Now, when I put the number 3 on the page, I don't like the way you can see bits of the patterned paper behind it. I find it quite distracting. So I move that rectangle of yellow behind the 3, and I'm much happier with that design. And then I have this one little cut out word from that Amy Tangerine sheet, and it's just an LOL. And I move it around all over the place trying to figure out where it's going to go. And it's not till the very end of the layout that I figure out where it's going to go. So then I wasn't sure which letter stickers I wanted, so I auditioned both. I have the glittery turquoise ones and then the wood grain with the gold glitter around them. And the turquoise ones really made the layout sing, so I used those. And I did need to get out both of my sets of those because I've run out of E's and D's on the first set. And now I'm just placing everything, and I am going to pop up those expecto patronum stamped images and layer it over top of the bottom of the 3 there. Because the 3 is not really integral to the story so much. It's just a decorative element. And now I'm working in that top section, and move that tag around, and eventually I do that thing where I'm like, I just got to commit. So I commit, and then I'm looking at that rectangular piece, and I'm thinking there's a whole lot of rectangles on this page, and I think I'd like to bring in a circular element, so I fussy cut it. There's a whole lot of fussy cutting on this page, so I think I nailed that part of the recipe. Then my camera died, so I took the opportunity to find some more embellishments, and I found the little yellow scrap at the top of the page has turquoise stars on it. And then I found a sticker on one of my 12 by 12 sticker sheets. It's I think it's from the Simple Stories. Can't remember which collection. Anyways, it's got white stars on the bottom. So I like that symmetry. And then in the Glitter Girl ephemera pack, there are 3 stars, one yellow, one white, it's a black outline star on white, and then one pink outline star on wood grain. So I've just scattered those around. All 3 are on pop dots for some continuity. And then because I have got those glittery turquoise thickers, I decide to pull in the stars from her set from Glitter Girl so that I can sprinkle that turquoise glitter around the page as well. And then for a different shape and color, I just pull out 3 of the dark pink glittery enamel dots. And I'm looking at the page and I'm thinking, wow, I'm done. That was super fast. And I realize I don't have any journaling on it. Whoops. So I write it along the bottom. Now, the cardstock I have chosen is a textured cardstock. And I purposefully wanted it. I like the textured. However, it's not the greatest for writing on. So I really wasn't thinking at the time that I would be writing on it. But once I had finished everything and realized I needed to add journaling, there really wasn't a good place to write on it except for the textured cardstock. So I had to make do and write on it. It's fine. I just had to be careful and take my time. And there we go, finished layout. So I've got all the elements. I have a large photo. I've got that cream colored cardstock in the background. I've actually got 4 different patterned papers on there and lots of fussy cut elements and a 1-word title. Okay, that is another one down. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really having fun doing all these videos for you. So thanks very much, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.